So building muscle for football, one of the common questions I'm getting is snacks. If you're on the go, maybe you're running short on time, or you're running short on your calories or your protein, then how do you have snacks to sort of compensate for that? So first, looking at when snacks are useful, because they aren't always useful, because you might already be hitting your targets and you don't want to overdo it either. So if you're struggling to hit nutrition targets during your main meals, so your breakfast, lunch and dinner, you feel full, but you're like, I need a little bit more to hit my target. Maybe you're struggling for time, you've only got certain eating times during the day, but you can actually eat on the go. That will help. You're getting hungry, especially if you're maybe sitting at night time watching a movie or watching the TV and you want a little snack, or you're in the car driving. And then if there's poor food options available, maybe you're travelling, maybe you're at school or university, maybe you're at work and you're only relying on expensive takeaways, it's good to have some snacks to sort of fend off the option of just going eating some crap from a takeaway shop that's not going to be very beneficial for you, or throw off your nutritional targets without you really knowing what's inside it. So let's shift that. So high calorie staple foods that I would suggest are pretty helpful. So it's not about reinventing the wheel here. Granola, protein bars, bagels, high calorie shakes, peanut butter, cereal, sandwich and wraps, yogurts with nuts, cold pastas and rice, etc. with some meat. Obviously if you're vegan, the meat is not going to be applicable, but you can obviously put other things in there that's going to help with the protein intake. So as you can see, some of it's based on calories, like granola, bagels, peanut butter, cereal, the nuts. They're based more on calories as opposed to the protein. But then you look at protein bars, the shakes, the yogurts, the Greek yogurts, and then the meat. That's going to help us hit a protein target. It's not always about hitting a protein target. You obviously want a little bit, but sometimes your snack might be more revolved around energy as opposed to just protein, because your protein might be sort of decent from your breakfast to your lunch, and you just want something to tide you over for a training session or whatever it might be. So things like bagels are good. I love bagels because you've got about 10 grams of protein in it. They're about 50 grams of carbohydrates. They're pretty tasty. You can top it with lots of stuff. You can toast it, you can eat it dry, you can put it in the microwave, you can do lots with it. And on top of that, you can make it into a little sandwich if you want. They're pretty accessible, they're not too expensive. So these are handy. As opposed to just say bread. If I say just having 2 slices of bread, that's going to probably be less carbohydrates, less calories, less protein. So bagels is a nice simple option. There's loads of different options here. Like, it's going to be based on taste, what you prefer. It's totally down to you. Just buy some Tupperware if you want to do things like cold rice and pastas. They're good if you're at school and the school food's rubbish, or you don't want to buy takeaway. It's good for work if you want to stick it in the fridge. These are all handy for little snacks to have on the go. Wraps are brilliant. I personally like sometimes just getting a wrap and firing in some peanut butter and putting in the microwave, or putting some cheese in it, microwave it, maybe a little bit of tuna in there and do the same, or some cold chicken, shredded chicken, or whatever it might be. You can do whatever you want, but the principles remain the same in terms of trying to get a high calorie thing. It's sort of decent food. You're not wanting to go and having donuts and pizzas and all the rest of it. So adding protein, like I've mentioned already, you can add Greek yogurt, looking on the back of it for the high protein ones. Some of them, like these ones here, I've already got protein, as you can see, well labelled on it. Protein bars, I wouldn't go overkill on these, but they're handy to have some at disposal to you. High calorie shakes, I'll touch on that in just a second. And then tuna, fish, cold meat, cheese, things that are easy to have on the go. It's not taking too much preparation. And then boiled eggs, if you like them, are always brilliant because you can take them anywhere, easy to peel, and then you can get a good dose of protein in you, a good quality food. So again, you can see Greek yogurt here. You can sort of make your own. You can put it in a Tupperware or a little tub like this, some Greek yogurt, little toppings, and then granola, and that'll get you protein and high calories in there. Tactical snacking. This is something I say it's tactical because you don't always have to snack. But if you know maybe your breakfast, lunch and dinner don't add up, then obviously you can snack once, you can snack twice. Or if you know it's a day you're not going to get a lot of chances to eat big meals, you might have to snack more often or have a bigger snack. This is when you can be clever. So obviously, say hypothetically you're on 3,000 calories, there's your target protein, you've had your breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you're quite a bit behind. As you can see, 750 calories behind, 40 grams of protein behind, then a smoothie is a great option because you can batter lots into it because you might be full from these three things and not that hungry. You can blend all this up, smash it out, and you've got it all done and dusted within 5-10 minutes. So again, what we'll talk about in just a second is if you're on the go for football, training, etc. For instance, rushing to training after work, school, you don't want to be going too heavy on protein because it's going to be harder to digest. You don't want too big a meal. You want it to be lower fat, again, for digestion reasons, so it's not sitting in your stomach during the session. You want to be more carb dominant, but again, it has to be easy to digest. You can't be having a big huge bowl of pasta right before you play, an hour before you train. So really you're looking at fruits or maybe a toast, wraps, a bit of jam, a little bit of granola, something easy, and something that's going to tide you over just till the training session's done. Then obviously post session you can make up your calories, or again, talking about being tactical, in the morning or afternoon for your lunch and breakfast, then you can look at increasing your calories because you know, I'm going to rush the day to training, so I need to eat more so I don't have as much to make up later on. Again, it's all about planning ahead a little bit there. My go-to, this is probably one of my favourite snacks, especially if I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, so I like to get some Greek yogurt, get some whey protein, peanut butter, and put some toppings on it. If I'm already full from my lunch and breakfast and dinner, etc., I just blend it all up, same ingredients. If I'm hungry, I then just mix all this together and top it with, if I need some extra calories, I'll put extra granola or oats. If I don't need the extra calories, I'll just put some maybe berries in there. If I need some extra carbs, I'll put some banana, granola, oats. And if I'm got a real sweet tooth at that point, I'll put some dark chocolate in it. So again, you can mix and match whenever you want, but I really recommend this as a little treaty snack where you can just smash it all together. And it's like a chocolate mousse or a vanilla mousse or however protein powder you put in there. You get decent calories depending on what you add, and decent protein as well. Super shakes, what I touched on it earlier, these are probably the best go-to, especially if you're struggling to hit your calories and you're on the go, because they're easy, they're quick, they're not expensive to make. You've got a million different recipes, just mix and match them. This is from Precision Nutrition, a little guide on how to make them. So any sort of milk you like, chocolate or vanilla whey. I choose frozen spinach because I can't taste it, but you can fire in different ones as you can see here. But if you freeze some of this stuff, even an avocado, it tastes brilliant in a smoothie. You don't really taste it, but it thickens it up a little bit. And then if you're going to go chocolate whey, I would recommend some banana. If you're going to go strawberry, vanilla whey is probably better with strawberry as opposed to banana. Peanut butter goes brilliant with both if you can have it. Again, obviously if you're allergic to any of this, you need to be clever. And then just adding in the Greek yogurt, granola, oats again to get some extra calories or extra protein, and then some ice, and as you can see, you can get high calories and high protein. That's pretty much the gist of, I hope that's snacks down pat for you. There's going to be more trial and error than anything, things that are easy access to you, foods you enjoy eating, but hopefully that's enough to get you going.